This video app review is brought to you by the iPhone appreview.com.
What's up, everybody? This is Luke Patrick with the iPhone appreview.com. Today we're sending out yet another video review, this time taking a look at an application called Tricky Questions that's available for free in the iTunes App Store. It's within a genre that we particularly like, that is the, free, first of all, free apps, but also those that happen to be of a puzzler nature. We quite like puzzle games just because we like to puzzle through things. Anything that makes us think is a boon in our book. So with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and get straight into this. We're going to turn sound off with this lovely blue button there. Just so you can hear me a little bit better. We're kind of narcissistic like that. Level with each card. Okay, let's explain the game. Okay, which I will do instead. That's why I tap through that very quickly. It does adequately explain what's going on. But essentially the way that this works is that it will present you with pictures, and it will also present you with cards that are basically setting up requirements. So for instance, or vice versa. So I've got a hint down here. It says choose hint. So basically leaves marks on paper or not, outdated or modern, mechanical or electronic. This is actually in that category of, anyway. Select a photo. Let's see if I can find one that's a little better. We'll talk more about that in just a second. Make a chain from the first word to the last one by selecting two words between them. Each word in the chain must not differ from its neighbors more than one letter. For example, cut, blah, blah, blah. You should select cut first, then select cat to complete this level and make the chain. You could have read all that. Anyway, I did it. But it's easiest just to read through that to give you the example of a common thing that the app does, which is cup, cut, cat, fat. So you have the progression there. It's really sort of like SAT or GRE logic games if you're in the American school district, that's or the higher education school district, I guess. So for instance, we've got bind, burt, wire. Let's go for something here. I think wind would be the one to go for. There we go. And then bird? Maybe? Nope. Get answer. The answer was wine. Okay, which is a good time to sort of explain one of our problems with tricky questions. We like the concept a lot. We like the choosing and the sort of half pictogram, half, I don't even know, Pictionary sort of scenario. We enjoy this a lot, excuse me, not a watt, though Tesla would be proud. But the problem is that it's sort of, a lot of times these pictures are really ambiguous, and we have no idea what it is that they're trying to say. Forwards, I'm heavy, but backwards, I am not. What am I? Solve the riddle. Obviously, this one's very, very straightforward. As far as the actual setup, we're solving a riddle. There's the riddle, pick the picture that corresponds. So we have a scale, we've got weights, and then we've got a ton. But that's my interpretation. I guess it's kind of the problem with tricky questions is that on a number of levels it could work internationally as being very, very open to other languages, which is something we approve of. However, these images are not so universal that they're not just opaque enough that we can figure out what's going on. So it's kind of bothersome, actually. It does make the game hard. We've played through quite a bit of this on another device. It does get rather troublesome as the game goes on. You can click some helps here if you want, or you have this. Solve the riddle by selecting one of the objects, of course, if you need a further explanation of the actual setup itself. But overall, it is really difficult, and a lot of times we end up just picking. Though you'll never get stumped, you'll never be stuck at a specific level because it will always pass you. It's sort of like No Child Left Behind being political. It will not, however, leave you stranded, which is nice. Then again, we like to play games. That's kind of the idea behind doing any game, and so it's inhibiting. Beyond that, though, the design itself is great, especially on the iPhone 5. It looks phenomenal. It's very, very, these textures are just wonderful, though it looks just as fabulous here on the iPad, we think, anyway. Beyond that, you know, it's a well-designed game. We love the concept, even though it is not quite as refined as we might like it to be. I'm going to pick scale, and that is not right. Alright, moving on. Another one of these chain word things. So let's say worm, a pancake worm, I guess you can figure out as a pancake. I actually saw another reviewer mention that, so that's quite nice to have. This could be a butt or it could be an apple. So again, fruit maybe. Farm is probably the one to go with. No. Form. See, that is exactly what I'm talking about. That is really ambiguous, guys, to the developers, that is. Anyway, the app is free, which is quite the incentive to go for it. Though, you know, with that in mind, it's well designed, it's got a good concept, it is free, so you're not going to break the bank to give it a try. Even though it isn't yet as refined as we might like it to be, it's still a good idea, and it's an app that we would keep an eye on. So with that in mind, we are going to keep it at a 3.5 out of 5 star rating from us here at the iPhoneAppReview.com. That is all we have to say about it to this point. I'm going to go ahead and sign out, but we will see you guys later. Bye.